In this video we're talking about socialisation. What socialisation actually means, the things you need to socialise your dogs with and how much or how little time you have to socialise them. My name's Nikhil and welcome to Canine Care Obedience Training. So what is socialisation and why is it so important? Socialisation is basically introducing your dog to all the things that you're going to expect them to deal with in their life when they're with you. That could be any number of things. Definitely it's dogs, definitely it's people, but it's also social experiences and being in different places like we are here in Fremantle. I'm making a video on socialisation for dogs.
Oh yeah.
That's great. It's good timing.
Smells usually only likes little dogs.
Socialisation includes many things. It includes people, it includes dogs, it includes household objects like the vacuum cleaner, it includes other animals, it includes surfaces, and it also includes sound. So how long do you have to socialise your dog? Well, the answer is not very long at all. By just 4 months of age, the window of socialisation has closed. What your dogs have not experienced during this time, there will be fallout for. They'll be anxious, they'll be fearful, they'll be overexcited. They may just not know how to behave in these new circumstances that you put them in. So do all your socialisation as early as you can. You do not have much time. You usually get your pups at 2 months, and by 4 months, the window has closed. Socialisation for dogs with other dogs is critical. You need to do as much as you can before your puppy is 4 months of age. It's essential to enrol in a puppy socialisation class. This is where young dogs learn how to play with other dogs, they develop social cues and they build their confidence. If you think just having one dog at home with your puppy is enough, you're well mistaken. Dr. Ian Dunbar suggests that a new puppy needs to meet one new dog every day of its life for the first 4 months. That's over 100 dogs. If you find this video useful, please stick around to the end to get my top tip on socialising your dogs. And like and subscribe to Canine Care on YouTube to find out when new videos are coming out. Let's keep going. A really important aspect of socialisation is socialisation with people. People come in a wide range of ages and sizes and genders and ethnicities and all those sorts of things. And it's important that your dog is comfortable with a wide range of people. Be careful with young children and young puppies because young puppies will jump very quickly when children run around. So teach them to be calm with children. Introduce them to older, calmer people first, and don't forget to introduce them to elderly people too. Sometimes elderly people have unusual gaits, they might be using walking sticks, they might be even being in a wheelchair, and your dog needs to be comfortable with all these elements and different styles of people. So another element of socialisation is lots of sound. Hear the guy with the blower back there, and when we came back past here before, they were loading all that stuff up onto the truck. It's super noisy. Let's get out of here. So an unusual thing we might see out in the street would be flags like this flapping around. Some dogs can get a bit agitated by them, especially if it's really windy, because they make a lot of unusual noises. When you come to an environment like this, Your dog is bombarded with social stimulus. There's people, there's cars, there's a whole bunch of activity, there's lots of different noises, there's different types of cars, from trucks to buses, and a fire engine just went past, as well as lots and lots and lots of people. One of the things to be mindful of when you're out for a walk is small confined spaces. So here we have Shanty, another dog on a track. Now Shanty's all right, the other dog was unsure, but now is looking really happy. Be mindful in these places that you can get a bit stuck if your dog's a bit reactive or the other dog's reactive as well. Start your socialisation with your dog as early as you can in life. Enroll in a puppy class from 8 weeks of age and introduce your dog to all the things you want them to experience in your life with you prior to them being 4 months of age. The window of socialisation closes at this time, and things that your dogs have not experienced or had good experiences with, there'll be fallout. They'll be overexcited, they'll be fearful or anxious, or just not know how to react in these environments. Shanty's 5 now, and we've walked in Frio a few times, but not a lot, but she has met a lot of different things in her life that allow her to deal with this. Even the guy going on the skateboard over there, she doesn't chase guys on skateboard, she knows they mean just sit and be calm. Getting off the beaten track and exploring different surfaces are really good for building your dog's confidence in different scenarios. We just come down this track here, very loose, very rocky, very uneven and pretty steep at some points. These are good things to get young dogs used to so they have good confidence with different surfaces. Desocialisation happens commonly when dogs are around 6 to 7 months of age. At this time in their life, they are teenagers, and at this time in their life, they need their social horizons broadened. The problem happens because owners go to the same park and meet the same few dogs every day, day in and day out. When you go somewhere different and meet new people and new dogs, your dogs can often become quite unsettled because of the new experience. So, tip here is to keep your social horizons as broad as you can. Take your dog to lots of different places as often as you can. Now, other environments can be other people's houses, they can be different parks, can be different beaches, or they could be busy areas like this in Fremantle where there's an awful lot going on. And what Shanty and I are doing here is we're just hanging around, enjoying the environment, and I've got a few treats with me here. Shanty, you ready? Come on, I'll give Shanty some treats just while we're hanging around, and just give us time to soak up the environment but have an element of a positive reward around it as well. A common environment that you might want to take your dog would be the cafe. So get them there early. Take a mat with you, teach them to sit on your mat while you're having a coffee, and you can enjoy your dog in outdoor environments and have a coffee at the same time. And here's another thing you need to introduce your dogs. Objects like bikes. This one here is stationary, but also introduce them to being calm with bikes that are moving around so they don't chase them. A lot of dogs like Border Collies and Kelpies will chase bikes and skateboards, particularly when they get to about 6 or 7 months of age. So make sure that you teach your dog to be calm with all these different things. So here's another example of a different social experience. We're in this enclosed area now, around the shops here. A few people sitting around having a coffee. Shanty having a really good sniff around, just checking everything out. Try and take young pups to lots of different places like this when they're young. That way they'll learn to be comfortable in these different environments. Another example of a different environment you can go to is going down to the river where there are boats and there are jetties that you can walk on and there are flags and the boats are moving, and this gets your dog much more comfortable with unusual things they might not see every day. So here's my top tip on socialisation. Do lots, but do little bits and do them often. Don't overwhelm your dog with a big experience like being at the beach for the first time and like being there for an hour. 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes is enough. The busier the environment, the kind of less time in the early stages you want to be there. Hope you found this video useful, guys. Thanks for watching. Is that good pants? Good job.
You're picking this up.
See you guys.
See ya.
It's good.